Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Denver Broncos. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. On 1st and 10, Covington. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Just 3 catches in the wild card victory for him a week ago, and now he's got his first here, and it's good for a first down. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully. Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single-covered all game long. He's going to involve multiple people, and right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Covington. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Covington. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, right back to Lindsay. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard.
Watch the slip. Shift. 66. Put it. Now. Yup. Kill.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ready. Check back. Watching your 5. Down to lose 1. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 25. Check 25.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's coming. We got double up. Tighten up.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Okay, 55. Hey, eat. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. 64. Wait. Out. Hey, switch gears.
They'll try and run forward with Lindsey. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Broncos first down. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
At the 6-yard line.
Ready.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, watch this. Slam. Check safety.
Running, it's Drake. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
It's a loss of 4. Brings up 3rd and goal.
They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Watch twist. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check your hot read.
They just do get the play off. Now Bridgewater to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, You'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So on 4th down, on comes Brandon McManus and the field goal unit for the Broncos. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. Every possession in the postseason magnified. And look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit. So every point is precious.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Morris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. No pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Operating from the gun, Covington. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Check.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Lindsey, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Lindsey. Gets past one man. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
You ain't doing nothing today.
On the toss play, this is Drake. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos push further out in front.
I know the play ends up in the end zone with one person carrying the ball, but how about that big mass of humanity that guided him to that spot?
Yeah, they got there, but I love the dive. Always a fan of the dive. McManus's point after is good, and the lead grows to 10-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They run with Morris. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
From the gun, Covington. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The drive starts with a completion, left side. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Caught by number 11. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Check, 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 check.
Now it's Lindsey. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Got it. 52, Mike, 52. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Go. Check, 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 check.
They'll run here with Lindsey. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 52.
Bridgewater now. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
Mike 55. Hey, I'm coming. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Neutral, Booker. Orbit. Flare, a little flare. Undercrunch. Watch that.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's fourth down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a first down on that effort. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman standing by at Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend.
Watch the shift. It's great. Mike 50. Now watch one.
On first down, Covington. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Operating from the gun, Covington. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
On the delay, here's Morris. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Just like that. Check 3.
To throw on second down, Covington. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
Throwing on first down, Covington. This is Jennings. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Let's go, fellas.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go, Heavy. Let me what you got. What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
From the gun, Covington gets this one to Morris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Covington. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. 23 yards for the touchdown, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. And a lot of football, full half to be played. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
3rd and long for Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46.
Intercepted by the Steelers. His guys take over 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Morris. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
He's checking Craig. Check 20.
Now Drake, and an alley to run. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down.
Switch. 36.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Being chased out left. Then he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Watch the eyes.
They'll run on 1st down. Lindsey. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check. Crunch.
From the 41, Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Go to base. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Back. Hey, check 24.
On 1st down, it's Lindsey. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the pass. Here we go. It's free. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
They'll run with Drake. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Turn up. Kill. West. Trump. Mike 55. Mike 55. Target. Alert 3.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And they're going to stop him short of the first down as he's tackled at about the 21.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side. Morris. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
And it's 3rd down.
Ready. Check, 59. Mike 59. Go. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike's at 59.
Operating from the gun. Covington. Open man. Smith-Schuster. It's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And the Steelers first down.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Morris. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check, 59. You better bring it. I'm letting you know. You better bring it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Morris. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Brings up 3rd and inches.
Set, back, watch it for arm. Check 56. Watch the back. Switch.
Now a give, right side. It's Morris. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Check nine, check nine.
On 4th down, Covington completes it to Jennings. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Mike, 56, right there, 56.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Morris. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They run again with Morris. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On 1st down, it's Morris. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. The linebacker, Ryan Shazier, there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Under 10.
On 2nd down, it's Morris. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
The Steelers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Covington. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Another run by Lindsey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. The Broncos on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Now on 4th down, Otta's the punt team sending this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This is Morris. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
And it's 3rd down.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. This is Johnson. He's got it. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a 1st down.
Good work, boys. Let's go.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset.
Here we go, D. All day. Defense, all day. All day.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Kill.
They'll run on 1st down. Morris. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Their 49-yard line.
Here we go.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Check 49, check 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Morris. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory.
He's across midfield to the 48-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
two-jet bomber.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Partner, you absolutely cannot take a sack in that situation. Now, it's also fourth down.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. Yeah, this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout.
At the 34-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Bridgewater, the rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going to go on the field, but okay, I see you. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Bridgewater to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on to kick it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one.
Let's go. Let's do this.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10. At their own 14-yard line.
1,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 17-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Coming to you, coming to you. 56, the mic, boys, 56. Check, 56.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Kendall Fuller there on the coverage.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, Covington. And that's caught inside the 30.
Complete to number 89. A pickup on the play of 54 yards.
And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This to book a trip to the AFC title game.